Hello. Daily Math Blast 5, Addition Within 100. Kim had some stickers. Her friend gave her 18 more stickers. Now Kim has 56 stickers. How many stickers did Kim start with? Write and solve an equation to show this problem. Use a symbol for the unknown number. So the first step is to write an equation to match the story. So Kim had some stickers. Since I don't know how many stickers Kim started with, I'm going to use a symbol here. I'm going to use this box. So I know that symbol right there represents, it's kind of a mystery box, it's an unknown number. Her friend gave her 18 more stickers. Well, since she received 18 more, the math symbol for that is addition, and it was 18 more. So this number, 18 more, is 56 stickers. So that's the first step. I now have my equation and I have a symbol for the unknown number. You could use a different symbol, but I like this mystery box because it lets me write the number in later so I can see if it fits. So now there's many different ways to do this. I'm going to use the arrow method to count up from 18 to 56. So I'm going to start at 18. I know my goal is 56. Okay? So remember, when I'm using the arrow method, I can add in pieces. I don't have to add the whole thing at one time. So first, I know 2 more 1s makes 20. It's 18 plus 2. 2 more makes the next 10, and that gets me to 20. I like that because it's a nice, easy number to work with. So I have 2 10s, or 20. Notice in this number here, I have 56, so I have 5 10s. So if I have 2 10s and I need 5 10s, I know I can add 3 more 10s, or 30. Well, 2 10s and 3 10s, or 20 plus 30 is 50. Now, if you didn't realize that, you could add it in smaller pieces. That's fine. It's not going to affect your answer. So now I have 50, and I need to get to 56. Well, if you notice, the only difference is this has 0 1s, this has 6 1s. So I just need to add those 6 1s on. Okay, so I added 2, I added 30, and then I added the 6 more. So now if I look here, I've got 30 plus 2 is 32, plus 6 more is 38. So that would be 38. So my answer is 38. So how many stickers did Kim start with? 38 stickers. Okay. Now my next one. Odd or even numbers. Is 12 an even number? Yes or no? Show work to support your answer. Okay. Well, an easy way to show work with odd and even numbers is to use counters or circles to represent the 12. So I'm going to do that first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, if it's an even number, when I circle groups of 2, I'll have none left over. If it's an odd number, when I circle groups of 2, I'll have 1 counter left out. Okay, so let's do our test. So here's 2 counters, 2 counters, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Well, notice there's no counters left over. I could put them in groups of 2. Well, that tells me that 12 is an even number. So that is a yes. And this is my work that shows my answer. This supports it. Now, write numbers in different forms. So first we have this number right here, 876. I need to write it in expanded form and unit form. These two forms are different. There is a specific answer for expanded form. There are multiple answers for unit form. So expanded form, basically I'm going to write the value of the digit in each place and then show those added together to make the number again. So this is what I mean. I'm going to look here. So I have an 8. Well, that is 8 and it's in the hundreds place. So the digit 8 is in the hundreds place. So the value would be 8 hundredths. So 800. Now I have the 7. Well, the 7 is in the tens place. So that 7 has a value of 70. And finally, the 6 is in the ones place. Well, it has a value of 6 ones, or 6. So the expanded form is 800 plus 70 plus 6. So basically I pulled that number apart by showing the value of each place value. And I'm just representing by addition that if you put those pieces together, they make the number 876. Now unit form. This also is related to place value, but there's multiple answers. So these are ways of building the number using certain numbers of place value units. So an example would be, a very common one, would be just simply writing the values of each one. So I have 8 hundredths, 7 tenths, and 6 ones. This is the most common answer you see because it's just simply, I have 8 and hundredths, 7 and tens, 6 and ones. However, we could also build this with fewer different units. So let's pretend I didn't have hundredths, so I had no hundredths available. I could also build this number using only tens and ones. So if I only use tens and ones to build this number, I could say, well, if I have 87 tens and 6 ones, I can also build that number. So this is another way of writing this in uniform. So for every number, there are always multiple ways to write uniforms. There's only one way to write the expanded form. So all the unit form is when I put these 87 tens together and I put the 6 ones together, it still needs to make that number. So I could build this number using hundreds and ones. So let's try that. So if I only could use hundreds and ones to build this number, well, let's look here. I have 8 hundredths. Well, I have the 6 and the ones, but the problem is that wouldn't get me the 7 tenths. But if I used 76 ones, notice I would have enough. So 8 hundredths and 76 ones also makes 876. Now, a simple test is, if you notice, we have the digits 8, 7, 6, and if you look at my answers, I have 8, 7, 6, 8, 7, 6, 8, 7, 6. So no matter how I break those down in the place value units, I have to, the easiest way is to use those digits again. There are other more strange looking unit forms we could do where we could break them apart, but that's the simplest, easiest way. Analog and digital clocks. So I have the analog clock and I need to convert it to digital. So the first thing I always like to look at is I like to look at my hour hand. Now I know that when the hour hand is traveling around, once it touches a number, so once it touches this 8, it is the hour 8 until it touches the 9. So it stays 8 something right up until the point it touches the 9. So the first thing I check is I look here and it's between the 8 and 9, which means it hasn't touched the 9 yet. So it means it's still an 8. So we'll put it, so it's the 8th hour. And now I look at this minute hand. Well, there's a couple different ways I can tell the time. So number one, I know there's 5 little marks here. It takes 5 minutes for the minute hand to travel from the 12 to the 1 to the 2. So I can count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So notice it's pointing right there. So 30. So 8:30. Another way I know it's 30 is it takes 1 hour or 60 minutes for the minute hand to travel all the way around. So that means this would be halfway around, so that would be 30, and this would be 30. So if it's traveled halfway around, that would be 30. Our final question, recognize and identify triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, and hexagons. So it says use the shape below to complete the sentence. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at this shape, and I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it has 5 sides. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it has 5 angles. Okay. Well, now I need to look over here. I've got triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, and hexagons could be the name. Well, a triangle has 3 sides. A quadrilateral has 4 sides. A pentagon has 5 sides, and a hexagon has 6. Well, this is 5 sides, 5 angles. So that is a pentagon. So a pentagon has 5 sides and 5 angles. This was Daily Math Blast 5. Thank you.